everybody to Chat with Matt. I'm your host, Matpreneur. I'm currently the founder of Glory Ben Tech. We're a tech education nonprofit dedicated to promoting tech education to those who are historically disadvantaged financially or historically. So that allows us to serve a lot of people. Our mission started out with coding, but it goes beyond that. It goes to serving our people. We love to serve our youth, and then we want to mix all people into what we're trying to do, and that's just to get them to use technology, either to make their lives easier or to get money. Right? As simple as that. That's why they call me Matpreneur. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, at Matpreneur, at Glory Ben Tech. We want everybody to go out and vote. The election is November 3rd, 2020. Doesn't matter really who you vote for. We just need people to vote. And I think that's the biggest thing. Don't forget to fill out your census. As of today, as of a few days ago, it was extended, I think, to another month. So check that out. If you haven't done the census, you need to find out why you should fill it. Make a phone call, talk to a friend, a trusted advisor, find out why the census is important. It's important for your community, your neighborhood, your city, your state, to make sure everyone gets counted, we get all our funds. And I have someone here with me today who's a reason why we gotta make sure we're counted, because the work she does involves getting grants, involves making sure a city is funded and other organizations are funded so she can live her passion and dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to Ace Matthews from Baltimore, Maryland. She's our guest here today on Women in Tech. We're going to find out what makes her tick, why she loves tech, and how her life is going on right now in 2020 despite COVID, despite the attack on Black lives that has continued for hundreds of years. Welcome to Chat with Matt, Ace.
What's good, Matt? What's good with you, man?
Good. Thank you for being with us today, virtually.
Of course. Of course.
So I invited you here today. It's a Women in Tech thing we're doing October 10th. This whole week is a celebration of women, girls. And actually tomorrow, October 11th, we're having Day of the Girl with I Am Women's Proverbs 31. So for you, what made you get involved in tech? First tell us what you do. What's your life like?
So I do I would say my life's kind of like a melting pot at this point. I do a lot of things that are all sort of surrounded around technology, music creation, creativity, that type of thing. So as of right now, I still have my business, Creative Outsiders Inc., also known as COI Takeover. We do a lot of branding, marketing, product placement, that type of thing. I just been on board with my best friend with Rebel Native, her clothing line right here. Yeah. She's been doing this for about 5 years. You already know. Got a drop coming soon too. She's been doing her clothing line for a couple years. So I've been on board, kind of playing as like her COO. So we make a lot of things happen together on the scale, United States scale and internationally, just last couple of months. So that's been really, really fun. And as of late, I just kind of finally got back into music. So just getting into that back into the production side, management side type thing. And most importantly, I work with children. I've been working with kids for 5 years, working and for about 2 years, and now I'm expanding to Los Angeles in the next couple of weeks into a new nonprofit sector. So it's just about, taking our passions and creating amazing opportunity for the next generation. So that's kind of what I do.
Yo, that is dope. I didn't even know about the Los Angeles part, so we might get into that today. Maybe not. Maybe I might keep it to myself and find out we'll go for another one-on-one. But that's amazing.
Okay.
I met you on Instagram, right?
Yes, sir.
Met you on Instagram. I think I saw something you was doing and I loved it and I started following you. And then, I saw you was with the Boys and Girls Club. And then I saw that, a check was given to you to create this program. So you're with the Boys and Girls Club of Baltimore. You have this dream. This dream involves music, the youth. So how did you make it happen and what's going on with that?
Wow, man. It's been a really beautiful journey. I was just talking to somebody about this other day. It's funny. Really, really beautiful journey. When I came on board with the Boys and Girls Club, I was part-time. I was actually working at the school system at the time. So I was kind of looking for an outlet because, with the school system, it's kind of like cut and dry, very black and white. Like, this is what you do, this is what to be expected of you, you know, that type of thing. So I was kind of looking for an outlet that was gonna inspire me to get back in my groove and also kind of do what I wanted to do. So this kind of fell into my lap. I was working there for a couple of months and something kind of fell through with my job I was currently at. So I was like, hey, I can give y'all all my time. Let's see what happens. And we just created a whole bunch of dope initiatives. Like, we had a Beyblade competition that was never done in that side of Baltimore. And I didn't even expect, like, the kids were going to love stuff like that. So we did a lot of different things. And my CEO had came to me one time. We were at a camp. And he was like, I heard, like, you're into music. Like, I heard you're into music production. I was like, yeah, you know, like, this is something I've been doing for years. Like, this is what I live. Like, you know, been doing this since I was, like, a freshman in high school type thing. So he was like, how would you feel about us, you know, building a studio? I was like, sure, of course. Like, and it wasn't something, I'm not saying I didn't believe him, but it was like, okay, like, I know stuff like that takes time. So I'm going to continue to do what I do, continue to make great programs, continue to feed the youth, continue to mentor. I didn't expect it to kind of happen as fast as it did. So when the opportunity presented itself, and he had so many amazing people on board, amazing funders, amazing people that fought. Yeah. Yes, sir.
This is for everyone out there, especially our youth. Opportunity will come knocking. You have to be ready for that opportunity. If you have a dream, work on your dream until the time comes to blow that dream up. I will say that right now. So continue.
Yes, sir. No, exactly like that. He's gonna be beneficial for the youth in Baltimore, and Asia has an amazing vision. So let's make it happen. And it was so beautiful. Especially for that type of neighborhood kind of, I'm not saying it's forgotten about, but it's very small and kind of to itself. It's like a section in Baltimore. So projects, people kind of focus on like the east and west side. So when it comes to south side, it's kind of like, okay, you know, they're here, but they really haven't kind of moved in that direction. So for us to do that for them over there, it was amazing. It felt really good. And, you know, just to see the kids love it and the community, you know, love it and put the word out that we're doing so many good things at Boys and Girls Club. It just brought everything full circle.
Amazing. It's so great. I was excited when I saw that. I was like, whoo, somebody out there working. Somebody, you shared your dream, and it took one person to believe in you to pass it on to the next person, and then it was there, and you was ready to receive it. So, what age group do you serve in Baltimore?
So I've served children from 6 to 19. So I have a very broad, I would say broad spectrum, and it actually kind of helped me to perfect my craft in a way. Because, you know, when you're dealing with various different age groups, you have to be inclusive. So I knew, like, okay, I know music, I love music, but how can I make it so the 7 or 8-year-old can understand it with that type of language? So, you know, it's been beautiful, and they've inspired me in so many different ways. Like, you know, I always say, yeah, as mentors, we put so much into them, you know, and we elevate them, but the way they've inspired us, that's why I was able to go so hard to make sure that they had a space just like BDC Studios.
You know, I want one out here in Queens, New York, right?
Yeah, look, listen, I told you.
We're gonna emulate that. We're gonna emulate.
I told you. So let's make it happen, man. I want it everywhere, man. Yes, for sure.
We're gonna talk about that because that's some kids need. Actually, here in Queens, New York, the Queens Library has 2 full functioning studios. One on Far Rockaway, which is a peninsula off of Queens, but part of Queens. They have a music studio. And then there's the Cambria Heights Library, which has a full functioning studio for teens. So people have access to that right here. So there's something, I don't think is as similar as yours, but you know, that's 2 places.
No, but that's dope.
Hey, it is.
Now, I would love to come to expand on that. So I was telling somebody, you know, a couple weeks ago, like, I want it in every major city and major community. Like, if I can hit everywhere, so that at least, even if it's just one, so that kids can come there for free and they don't have to have the stress and worries about, well, where's my budget or how can I, that's my goal, is, you know, to service kids everywhere, particularly, most importantly, our kids.
Yes. I'm going to be talking to one of our gurus for women in tech. everybody's gonna meet her soon, and she's deep into music. So this is probably someone that we're all going to talk with, me, you, and her, and probably can make it happen with one little bit of help. You know what I mean?
I love it. Let's make it happen. I love it.
So music and tech. How does tech make it easier for you to reach the kids? How does the tech? What tech do the kids use right now to get their music popping?
Yeah, man. Well, tech for me, for starters, like that's kind of like not been my life, but I just remember being around it very early. Like I was actually an IT major in high school, so I kind of always whether been from programming to actually fixing the inside of a computer, and then I kind of expanded into musical engineering. And that's always kind of been a foundation for me. So when, like I said, the opportunity presented itself for me to teach kids, I knew that's kind of like their life right now. Like they're in the internet age. So they're literally being raised on tablets. So just trying to find ways to tap into that to say, hey, I know you're watching X, Y, and Z. Let's go into this app. And, I've tried to always use programs that are similar to like the games they play. So like I use a system. I want to make sure I get the name right. It's through code.org, but it's kind of a gaming, it's a kind of a game where the kids can create their own loops and they don't realize they're creating loops because they're playing the game. So I've kind of tried to use that for my younger kids, and then at the end of it, they're like, "Oh, yes, I've been trying to, yeah, trying to tap into like the things that they're interested in. Like I always say, I meet the middle ground and then bring them, into my kind of space of, this music stratosphere, and then at that point, they're like, "Oh wow, like I can like this and this at the same time." So allowing that inclusivity.
That's perfect because um, I really started out going to my local library and telling kids, hey, why don't you make your own game instead of playing people's games, Minecraft and such. And then, one day I wrote it down on paper. I wrote down code.org. I said, hey, check this out. You can play Minecraft on there and actually design your own and such and such. And then it turned into us going to the library for 2 years every Friday and meeting a bunch of kids where they're at, right? And there's internet access at the library. Our library has laptops that the kids can use if they don't have a laptop. There's computers there. So we meet them where they at, and we ended up doing, a regular club with code.org. We did Girls Who Code. So what's it called? Scratch? CS First.
Yes, Scratch.
Which is great.
That's what I was looking for. Scratch. That's the name of it.
Okay.
Yes, man.
I love Scratch for the smaller kids. And then Google has a program, CS First, where they have a music lesson in there that we've dabbled in and let the kids play with. So that's amazing that you actually implement that as well. So we definitely have to do some work in that area. There's a lot of kids that love music. Different aspects of music besides rapping or singing that where you can get involved, where you can have a career, where you can travel the world possibly, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
it's
amazing. Definitely.
So I want to ask you, it is Women in Tech. Tomorrow, myself and I'm Women Proverbs 31, we are having International Day of the Girl event for 3 hours from 4 to 7 p.m.
How y'all check that out?
Please, yes. Check it out, share it. It'll be all over the internet. How do you go about inspiring our girls?
Man, I always say first things first is to build that relationship. Because I always say, I take this quote with me of, be the person you wanted when you were younger. Like I always say, man, if I only had this person that could listen to me outside of, my teacher, or like just, being there first and, actually finding out what that interest is. And then when it came to like the girls I had to work with, well, my kids I work with in technology, I just show them a different world. Like I think sometimes it's just showing them the different options because they hear it like, well, you can be, you be an astronaut, but it's different if they actually go to a NASA, space station or something like that when they can actually see it. So that's kind of what I had to do. Me and one of my colleagues, we actually took a group of girls from different sectors of the Boys and Girls Club to University of Maryland. and they were able to see the tech centers and see all the young women that are about to graduate with all these different amazing degrees in technology and engineering, and actually sit down and talk to them and be like, this is what I had to do to get to this spot. And once I leave here, this is what I'm going to do to elevate. And, you know, just really bridging that gap so that they can physically feel like, okay, I know I have a passion in this, but I can really do it this way so that it's tangible. Like, I think sometimes they just feel like it's out of reach. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing. I want to give a shout out to Black Girls
See it for
Code.
myself. Yeah.
You know about Black Girls Code?
Yes, they're amazing. Yes, man. Yes.
For the people there, Black Girls Code serves brown and black girls. They have events all over the city, especially the major cities. I got a chance to volunteer there before I incorporated a nonprofit and put bread on it. I have volunteered at an event, and there was so many kids there that the high school teams and the elementary school teams, and it was a weekend event, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. My team came in fourth place, so we won a prize. I left out of there like my jaw was just dragging all week, and I said, I gotta do my part. And how can I do it differently? You can't really copy someone. If they're already doing it, you either join forces or leave it alone. So I had to figure out how am I delivering what I'm delivering. And the way we do is we want to bring it to where the people's at, right? We want to eliminate the barriers so you don't have to have a laptop. We're trying to not charge you to participate, things like that. So Black Girls Code is an amazing organization that we definitely have to shout out and highlight. So what's next for Ace Matthews? I know you have Creative Outsiders. You have what's the clothing line?
Rebel Native International. We actually just sold out today, which is the most ironic thing in the world. So shout out to everybody supporting that. We really, really appreciate that, man. Like, it's really just me, my best friend Sticks, Asia, and then we have our two other best friends on board. So it's really just a 4-person team. We really trying to push this narrative of, you know, at the end of the day, like, when it comes to just being Black in America, we always are gonna look at as rebels. So we might as well just embrace everything that comes with us and elevate together. So really excited about that one, man.
Congratulations on that. So you sold out with the clothing line. Now, what's next for Creative Outsiders?
So right now I am perfecting my music program. I want to do a test run in a couple different cities because I'm actually transitioning out of the Boys and Girls Club. Really, really, really amazing organization. I have nothing but love for them. Now, we're still gonna work, but me being an employee, I'm just, you know, I'm trying to go a little bit into the self-made, you know.
Hey.
Yeah, you know, I'm just going into a different realm. Thank you, man. And they're so supportive. They're amazing organization. I always tell them, when I come back around, you already know we're gonna do this times 10 and 5, 6, 10 different other clubs. You know, like I always come back around, even when I step up and elevate. Once you're my family forever. So right now I'm in a transition of going to Los Angeles. I do not really want to say the organization I'm working with yet.
That's cool.
Because we're still, you know, I have a contract that we're still, you know, it's pretty much done, but they're gonna announce it, and I want to give them that respect. But I am transitioning out there in the next couple of weeks, so I'm really excited that they're doing the same thing I'm doing now. Programs, we're definitely looking to build a media center in East LA. So I'm really, you know, I'm excited. Definitely excited.
Right there, once again, we have a great partner in LA, South LA Robotics. They are in the
Okay. They're amazing. Yes. I'm sorry. They're amazing. Yes. Yes.
Once again, to anyone that's watching, South LA Robotics, they have free classes. They have classes where you pay. They're an amazing organization. They're international with their robotics team. I'm trying to figure out, honestly, how I can get her to New York. The founder, her name is Jen. I want to get her to New York or something, to start something over here. So it's amazing. Yeah, you guys can definitely link up. And
oh, man. I'm excited, man.
You can build a robotic guitar or something. I don't know. So
that'd be crazy. I love that. Oh wow,
Wow.
that I love that. We're gonna talk for real, man. For real.
Um, is there any last words you want to give to our audience, to our girls, to our youth, and to the adults?
um, the most important thing you wanna cherish along with your creativity and innovation is patience and timing. I always say, like, if I would have rushed any idea that I've executed, it probably wouldn't have came out the way it needed to. Um, Especially having Allah in collaboration with the universe, just making things kind of happen. Just really like trust in that. Know that things are gonna work out in time, especially with technology. You know, you gotta perfect that. It has to be right, and it's gonna be so many different trial runs. Probably be 5,000 before 5,001. That's the one that you need to launch, and just being okay with that. Like just, and most importantly, please have fun with it. Like I always tell people, I go to work and it does not feel like work. Sometimes it's just like, oh, it's my second home. I can kick back, you know, create something dope and the kids can take it in like that. Just always make sure that you're having fun with what you're doing. Keep Allah or whatever power, a divinity you believe in, keep that first. And everything is going to work out for sure.
Wow, thank you. That's dope. That is true. Everything will work out if you keep your spirits up. If you're face forward. I got a guy that I know, Mr. Shark. He taught me that sharks only swim one way. They go forward. They can't swim backwards. So he said, be a shark. So that is dope. Um, Thank you so much, Ace Matthews, for joining us today on Women in Tech. This has been a great talk. This is a new thing for me, chat with Matt. So I appreciate you hopping on here to discuss your life, discuss technology, discuss our girls and our young ladies and women. We all can play a role in living better, being better neighbors. You know, for the people in our community, life is hard for a lot of us, right? And when you look at certain data, because a lot of people like data, right? And I don't like to spit data. Go look up your own data. We could talk about what's causing the data, what's in the data, but look up the numbers for yourself. Too many of us are in poverty. Tech is a way to get out of poverty. Tech goes a billion different ways, though. Don't just say tech. We want people to understand that tech is the cloud, and then from there, those raindrops are going to give you the opportunity. You can be in tech and music, right? You can be a nonprofit and still be providing some kind of tech education or tools for people. So really appreciate you for being here. This is Ace Math from Baltimore, not for long. Headed to Cali, the Sunshine State. Congratulations on all your success. We look forward to growing with you.
For sure, man.
We look forward to supporting you, growing with you, helping you spread your word, helping you grow your bank account. I'm gonna keep it real. And we look forward to the next chat with Matt with you, hopefully early 2021. What do you say?
That's my word for sure.
So thank you so much. Everybody, that was Ace Matthews. We'll be right back with Woman in Tech. This is Matpreneur Chat with Matt. Have a great one.